Hello. Hey, everyone. Please confirm if you can hear me. This is a live session, a general discussion. If you can just send me a hello, everyone. If you can hear me, please let me know. Hello. Hi, how are you? Ina Roth. So you can hear me, right? Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. Yes, thank you. So what do you want to discuss today? I just thought that I'll just be live for some Q&As or no birth details, please. If you want to know something, if you want to discuss something, then we can simply just do that. You want to know about Libra ascendant natives, your Yogacara Graha is going to be transiting your sixth house. So it's good. After Panauti, it is going to be a good transit. So be rest assured things are going to improve. What else? What else? What else? Nupur Ghosh, be happy, be rest assured. You want to know about the personality traits of all the zodiac signs or what? I've already done so many videos on the same. I'm good, Shalvi. Thank you so much for asking. My dad is okay, nothing great. I'm just we are all are praying, I know. So I hope he recovers soon. Yeah. Thank you so much. Uh Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Virgo rising. So, you see, if you ask me about all the signs and, you want to know about what exactly is Saturn going to bring out, because I'm wearing a blue also, which is a Saturn's color. So I can do that also, that what exactly it can do. I'm little better. Thank you so much, Tanu, for asking. Um, I must tell you that, there are certain configurations in the sky which impact astrologers also, of course. We are not, we can't be, we are not um, away from these transit positions. We also get influenced and impacted. So yeah, my dad's not well. I have not been keeping too well. Last year was not that great for me health wise, and I'm still not that good. So yeah, I'll be fine. I'm sure you people are there with me and you're praying for me. So what else I need? Um, First of all, let me quickly tell you, something about myself, because people keep asking about me, how I just, started. Um, then I'll come to the other signs also. Um, my life has not been too smooth. It has not been always a hunky dory for me. It has been a struggleful phase that I've gone through in my initial childhood days. Then I grew up in a family, a joint family, and all that happened. And all thanks to my grandma, all thanks to my grandmother, who actually, taught me the basics and the mythological tales, or we can say the tales that, actually help uh, everyone, to understand what is a waxing moon, what is a waning moon. So she used to tell me Purnima, Amavasya, all that, So that's how I started to get that inclination. And one fine day, when I was traveling, I used to travel by bus, a chartered bus, to my workplace. I was working in Delhi, and I was very young when I started to work as an intern, and I was into advertising and all that. And then I did my um, I did my MBA and all that, my master's and all that I did. So I was like, you know, one fine day I was traveling, and there was a lady who was sitting by my side, and she was looking at the horoscope, and then I started to predict. I don't know why and how. I have no clue till date. And I started to just pick up everything from where, I must have left in my previous life. Volume is off. You can't hear me, is it? Volume is fine. Thank you. Thank you, Sakshi. So, you know what? I'll go through your questions. I will answer most of them, I will answer. So what happened, I simply just started to look at the horoscope and started to say things, say something, predict something. And that lady was also shocked, and she told Dr. Ken Rao, because she was a student of Dr. Ken Rao, and at that time, there was no English section also. There were only Hindi sections. One section, in fact, when Dr. Rao used to teach. And then she told me that, why don't you come and meet Dr. Rao and join, Bharati Vidya Bhavan. This is 1992, I'm talking about, when I met Dr. Ken Rao for the first time. And that is when, I started to, he said that you have this, from the divine, you have this power that you have got. I think you should use. You're very intuitive. He himself said that. And that is when, I joined, and then I fell ill. The moment I joined, I felt very sick. I had tuberculosis of lungs, pleurisy. And at that time, it used to be a very long treatment. And I was supposed to be in isolation. I was about to go up in a way. It was my Saturn dasha at that time. So I just was supposed to be in isolation, not to connect with anyone. For good 2 months, I was in the hospital. And then, my would-be husband at that time, he actually, was the one. You don't want to learn astrology. You don't want to don't you think you should get recovered? You should recover and serve the community. He told me this, and that day something changed in me, and I started to recover like this. You won't believe, it was a reverse, thing that happened. Instead of going to that path of leaving this world, I was just taken to the path of recovery. All thanks to my husband. I hope you want to hear this. So I just recovered, and we got married. Then I had, of course, it was like, my family, then my priorities changed, and I was just into this world of I was just doing my dharma, and my karma was my family. So I was not into astrology at that time, but I had that inside me, and the lady who was by me, she was also, in touch with me. And we used to have landlines at that time, and she used to call me, and we used to discuss astrology. Okay, Dr. Ken Rao is teaching us this, he's teaching us that. And that is how, things kept me going. I bought some books. I started to learn astrology at home. And then after a few years, when I was in a position to leave my family and go, and my kids like grew up, so everything became little settled, and then I started to pursue astrology again. And I learned astrology from Dr. Ken Rao. And that is when I did the research, and then I was doing pretty well. And then I started to read the horoscopes without taking any fee. For a good 10 years, I did that. 10-15 years, I think I did that. And then one fine day, somebody, just came up with some very ugly statement, very sour feeling that I got, that no, whatever comes free is not worth it. Then I started to take money, and Dr. Ken Rao also, used to teach and take money from us. So he said that when, you want to do astrology, take some money, and money exchange or energy exchange should be there. So that is how we did it. And this is something which, got me here, and I'm right in front of you. And my husband actually, is the one who is the major pillar, and my grandmother and my mother. These three people, I give the credit for what I am. My dad actually taught me a lot. He was the one who was not into astrology. Neither anyone in my family was. He was not a believer of all this, but he was always by my side, from my childhood. He taught me whatever I am is because of him. He used to, converse with me in English from my childhood days. So that is something which, was very important for me. And of course, my mom, she supported me. My husband supported me. My my son supported me in this. I give all the credit to him because he was the one who sacrificed his Saturdays and Sundays when I was going and doing things, learning astrology, and was taking consultations back to back, and I was not devoting that kind of time I should have to my son. So the credit, definitely these four people are the ones in my life who have actually helped me be where I am today. I'm in front of you guys today speaking because of my grandma, because of my husband, because of my son, and my mom, of course. So this is why. So this is it. I think I wanted to share this from a long, long time. And I want to tell you this also, that whenever I'm stuck in life, there is just one mantra that I have actually, it's there that I follow, that speak to the divine. Just fight, just say it out rather than depending on people. I depend on him. I just say it out, and you won't believe, when I am in pain, whenever I am struggling in my in my mind, some negative thoughts are there, I just go and stand in front of my divine, and I just start sharing everything that I'm feeling, and gradually it minimizes whatever thoughts are coming into my head. They definitely subside, and the pain that I'm going through at that time also just vanishes. So start talking to him rather than talking to people and depending on people or astrology. As a matter of fact, he's the one who can only, Brahma can change the destiny, as we say, right? So why not connect with the divine and leave it on to him, surrender, say that, oh, your will is my will. And if it is not my will, it's not happening as per my will, okay, maybe it's you who has a bigger plan for me, isn't it? So let's not discuss any more of this. And thank you so much for hearing me out. And yes, no sugarcoating, no way. I cannot do that because you know what? It's not right, to hide facts. First of all, when you're sugarcoating, you're hiding facts. What will that person feel? Like if I say that, your time period, during this time period, you're going to be getting lottery, for example, but you're not. What will happen? You will be waiting, and then it will be worse, if you don't get it, what you were told that you will get it. Oh, I'm going to get into a relationship, suppose somebody says that this so and so combination will take you there, and it doesn't happen. So say it that it's not going to happen, not right now. If there is a yoga in your chart, that will happen. If there is none, and the dasha is also conducive, but there is no yoga, there's no commitment, it will not happen. Simple astrology. So let's be the astrologers. Maybe astrologers change listening to me that they are sugarcoating, they should stop doing it. It's definitely going to be my victory. It's going to be my victory if at all some people who are listening to me and change and stop sugarcoating. Okay. So yeah, so let's start with I'll just start reading the questions. Saturn transit, I told you that it is going to be good for the Libra ascendant people if they are going to be, if they have been going through a lot, they have gone through job loss or job change or struggles, home front, they've shifted out. So if at all you have been going through all of that, so this is definitely going to be a very positive time period. Okay, so they're heading to a very positive time period. Let me just see what is the next one. Okay. So, okay. So, ma'am, what is the general result when Rahu-Ketu dispositor conjunct, which is first and seventh lord, also Mars and Venus? So, you see, when Rahu-Ketu are conjunct with the first and the seventh lords, it is actually going to be enhancing the significations of Venus and Mars. But if it's a dasha of either of these grahas, then this will activate relationship or divorce or business or whatever you're into. So that is something. Generally it is going to be the dispositor lord conjunct. Suppose Rahu is with Venus or Mars, so Rahu Mars combination is not good for siblings. It's not good for maybe your husband or your partner is from some foreign land, or maybe you are going to be having issues in your property related matters. But it is definitely very positive for the ones who are looking at a bigger picture, related to your maybe a foreign travel, maybe. So depends where you have this kind of a combination. These are when Libra ascendant has Venus combust. Venus combustion is not good for overall, see, sun takes over. Whenever there is a planet which is combust, sun takes over. And Venus, if is the 8th lord, getting combust is good for the 8th house signification. Suppose you have been going through some health issues. So this is going to minimize the impact of, so you're talking about Libra, right? Yeah. So you will definitely start feeling little better if at all you are having some health issues. But it can give you some secret relationship, or it can give you some issues in the seminal. Like for the male, it said that when Venus is combust, it gives problem in the physical relationship, or the seminal fluid is thin. It's not very potent. Okay, that is something. Anyhow, just Libra, I'm greedy. You see, you people know that I love Libra too much, and that is why you're asking about Libra. See, I love all the signs. I have all the signs in my horoscope. Everybody has. So nothing, but yeah, some positive bias about Libra even more. Libra ascendant, Venus 5th and Saturn in the 8th. Okay. So for Libra, Venus is in the 6th. Venus is in the, where is it? Libra ascendant, Venus 5th and Saturn 8th. Venus 5th and Saturn 8th in exchange. So this is good for when Venus is the 8th lord there's an exchange. That means there will be some inclination towards education, towards the artistic. You're very artistic also. And this is going to be giving you some inclination towards doing for your partner. Maybe partner is going to be very hardworking and matured, a matured partner also. And your education is definitely going to be very, good for your higher studies, astrology, or something to do with psychology also, because it is forming an exchange. So Venus is the Sanjeevani, it brings in the Sanjeevani also. So in the 8th house, it is definitely very positive for the ones who are pursuing astrology or astrology-like subjects, research mindset. Okay, so it's good. Exchange is always welcomed, whenever there is an exchange between Saturn and Venus, it's a Dhana Yoga also. Okay, so it will activate only in Saturn-Venus period or Venus-Saturn period. Ma'am, can marriage take place when transiting Jupiter and Saturn and aspecting the 7th lord? I have Rahu placed in the 7th house. I'm currently running Rahu 100%. It so happens. If it is in the D9 chart also that way, then it is going to trigger. See, double transit is very important on the 7th house, 7th lord, or in your D9 chart also, if this kind of a combination happens. So there is a marriage prospect, or there is a partner who's going to be there. You're going to be dating first or something like that. What is going to happen for Gemini Lagna? See, for Gemini Lagna, it is a very good transit. Whatever is going to happen for Gemini is definitely very positive, because there is a Saturn transiting their 10th house in the 12th sign. So this is going to open up the prospects, future prospects. You'll be pressed at the place of work. You will have a lot of work in hand to complete, but for sure it is going to be a very positive change which is happening for the Gemini natives. And of course, for Gemini, it is going to be the 3rd house Ketu, and your Rahu will be in your 9th house. So this is also going to be good for the foreign travels. If you have any friends you think that they are not going to be helpful, so they will be actually cutting away from you. Okay. Sagittarius moon sign change for job. See, for Sagittarius natives, what is happening? You have your Saturn transiting your fourth house, which is not considered to be that good. In the fourth house, it's a Kantaka or Ardha Shani, Ardha Ashtama Shani, which is happening. But it is going to be good when we have Jupiter transiting through Gemini sign. So we have to wait for that time period. If you're looking for a job, maybe there will be change of place which is happening. You if you shift out or you relocate, maybe it is in your favor, because in the Kendra, whenever Saturn is transiting, there are major changes that happen. So it could bring about some change of place. Maybe you will get a job away from your place of birth or where you are right now. Okay, Virgo ascendant, at this particular time, my business employees went just crazy lately, making rational decisions without thinking, or irrational decisions, you mean, right? Quitting their jobs without any backup income. What's going on? See, for Virgo natives, what is happening? You have a Ketu there. Ketu is headless, okay? And Rahu is in the seventh house, so you will have troubles with other people. Expectations increase whenever Rahu is transiting the seventh house. And from other people, of course, you will have troubles. When Rahu is in your it's going to be transiting your sixth house, things are going to mellow down, things are going to get better for you. Okay. I am not based in Delhi. I was born and brought up in Delhi. Then post marriage, I have been moving. Actually, my husband shifted out. So he was working out of Dubai. Then he was working out of Muscat, Oman. Then he was working in Africa also. So we have been on the move mostly. And right now, see, I'm shuttling between Dubai and Muscat. Right now, I'm in Muscat. Okay. Please, please tell me about Avayogi Mars in Cancer. See, Avayogi grahas are very important because it will be in their dasha, andra dasha. It's like a burnt out graha, basically. Cancer ascendant people have their Yog Karagraha as Mars. So you will be having issues at the workplace. You will not get good bosses. Or maybe you will have issues to deal with your siblings. Okay. So the best thing you can do about Avyogi Graha is you should start donating something related to Mars, or you should serve your siblings, or you should help your siblings come out of whatever problems they're going through. So that will be balancing things out. If you're in the dasha, especially of Mars, somewhere, then it will cause some more issues related to your work, related to your health also, because for you people, this is your fifth house also. Okay. God bless your interest. Many getting blessed. Thank you, Tanu. Hi, ma'am. I am in trouble. Pisces ascendant and Libra moon relationship is very bad. Haspreet. See, for Pisces natives, things are going to change for you. For Libra also, things are going to get better. So don't worry. Whenever Saturn is forming a connection with the fifth house, for Libra, it is actually the fifth house where Saturn was transiting. I've seen people having a lot of breakups, people having issues to deal with in their relationship. They have been, becoming very cold in relationship, or maybe they have had issues with the partner. Now things are going to get better with Saturn's ingress in the Pisces sign in the sixth house. Things are going to get better any which ways, and change also is coming your way. Okay. Ma'am, what's the result of Saturn transit over Jupiter in natal chart? See, whenever Saturn transits over Jupiter, you should study, you should teach, you should learn more. You can be a preacher at that time. You actually expand your education, skilling, upskilling yourself. That is something which happens, whenever Jupiter. And Jupiter is our knowledge. So when Saturn and Jupiter combination is there, these people are very, they are very, because it's the dharma and dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So what happens? This is a very good combination, basically, because it's the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th in the natural zodiac, which are forming a connection. So you definitely are going to be in position, in your mental state is very stable, and you're very focused in your life. Whenever Jupiter-Saturn combination is there, Jupiter is looking at Saturn, or Saturn and Jupiter are in mutual aspect. This is a very positive combination in a horoscope, I would say. Because, first of all, this combination doesn't happen, it happens over a period of time. It's not going to happen every now and then. After a long gap, after 12 years, or maybe, after 30 years or 60 years, this combination will happen, suppose. So you will definitely be very intellectual. You will be more composed, and you will be getting more inclined to gaining knowledge. Some people who have a combination of, in their chart, they are very good teachers. They're very good preachers. Okay. So it's a good one. Why I smiled was, Ekta is asking, what is your ascendant sign? You can guess, I think, the way I talk, the way I am, nurturing kinds. So maybe you can guess. You can. How to judge which dasha will bring Saturn, Satgun, Rajgun, Tamogun? Okay, good question, actually. See, you have three gunas which are actually, working in everybody's horoscope. Everybody has this. Now, when you have the dasha of Shani, when you have the dasha of Venus, so there is a difference, no? Some grahas will bring in the Rajagun in you, which will activate Rajagun in you, which are Rajas themselves. Only then you will. Sattvic grahas are, if you talk about the Sattva guna, it is Jupiter. But if Jupiter is with Rahu, then how we can say it's a Sattva guna? It cannot be Sattva guna that time. So we have grahas which play out depending on their conjunction, depending on their placement, they change. The Rajas can become Sattva can become Tamas also, and Rajas can also become Tamas. So depends. There is a method that I have learned long ago. Maybe I will share it in my video. It's a very important one, actually, when we look at the nakshatras, and then we divide it into it. Okay, when you have a Mars in this particular nakshatra, is it Tamas? Or I have a lot of mixture of Sattva and Tamas. That is why I'm able to speak bluntly also. No, I have an exalted Mars, as I said in my previous video. I'm upfront. I cannot hide facts. I cannot lie. So that is because, people, when you're sugarcoating, you're lying, basically, it's a lie, which I can't do. So that is why people, just at times, and people who come to me, they seek their advice and help. They are very strong, and they say that we want to hear the truth. Okay. And they're not in for, I don't want to hurt anybody's sentiments at the same time. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything which is going to be really hurtful also. But yeah, I do say something that, okay, this is not the right time period. If somebody is asking for a divorce, I always tell them this is not the right period. If you can just defer it to the next year, maybe there is no divorce, or maybe this is not the time. Give it some more time. So obviously, we can always use these as indications, and you're good to go. Why you have to lie? Please tell me about Avyogi Mars. I think I've told you. Awesome. Always love to listen to you, Darshana Sham. Thank you so much. Very articulate and no sugarcoating. Yes, no way. LOD Explorators is asking, dear VL, would you please see if in those 2 months I will have better resources as I am single? I'm not able to make the horoscope right now. What is your Lagna, LOD, if you can tell me? That indeed is inspiring. More power to you. GK, thank you so much. I need this power. I want to live very long, very, very long. I will always say this. I always ask God, I want a healthy and a long life. I want to serve the community. I have so many plans. I want to open a retreat. I want to do for others. I want to ask very little money if I want to impart my knowledge, very little money. and not like other astrologers who are minting money by sharing their knowledge. I want to do it for free also, but I will not. That is for sure. But I want to impart the knowledge the right way. I want you people to, use this guiding tool in a right way. Okay. Um, we must refer to the classic texts. We must. People say that, classic texts are not, some people are like that, especially KP astrologers, they will say that, we should not refer to the classic texts much, and we should not, because for predictions, KP astrology is the one which will help you understand the exact way of predicting and all. But until unless you know the rules, until unless you follow the principles written and laid out by the sages, our peers, you will not, seers, sorry, you will not be able to, do astrology. No way. We have to respect them. We have to. They have studied it over a period of time. Then only these classic texts were made. If you will just refer to Dr. K.N. Rao sir's books, you will know there is nothing like Kal Sarpa. I know that. But people don't understand it if I don't mention it. I always say, he used to say Rahu-Ketu axis. If all the grahas are in Rahu-Ketu axis, it's like, towards which side they are. Is it a Rahu which is grasping all the grahas, or Ketu is grasping all the grahas? So that is how we must see, Kal Sarpa, people talk about it. I know, I'm so sorry, I do it too, like I write, because people love to hear it, not just that, they understand the term. If I say all the grahas in Rahu Ketu axis, you will not understand. And then in my videos, I will say that, this is not from Dr. Ken Rao. Sorry, this is not. This is because people don't understand it. That's why I have to use it. Otherwise, I have no interest in mentioning that. No way. But there is a Kal Sarpa which is going to be taking place apart from Moon. Moon will be breaking it, of course. And all the grahas will be in Rahu Ketu axis, from April till the June month. June or July, I must have written it because I mentioned it last time when it is going to be the Kal Sarpa. I'll just tell you. All the grahas from 24th April till the 21st of July. So from time to time, Moon will be out of it. But Moon is the graha, nodes are of the Moon. So that is why even if Moon is out of it, it is not considered to be that powerful break until unless Mars leaves this zone. So we'll have a break in the Rahu-Ketu axis. Ma'am, can you discuss why so many Pisces ascendant people are facing so many health and financial issues? Rohma. See, this is because Rahu, if you will see, is transiting over your first house. A lot of expectations. But Ketu is in the 7th house, so people are not supportive of you. People are just leaving you when you need them the most. That is what is happening. And then you have a Saturn transiting through your 12th house. It is not considered to be good, You have financial crunch. You have a lot of issues to deal with when Saturn is in the Aquarius sign. Aquarius is the sign of fulfillment of desires, and that is why it is ruled by Saturn, so that you people don't lose your mind. It tames those energies. Saturn is contractive energy. It is not expansive. It contracts wherever he sits. It pressurizes you. Whatever you want in life, you have to put extra effort. That is why Pisces ascendant people are facing a lot of troubles. When Saturn transits over your ascendant and Rahu switches places, then things are going to get better. Okay? Things are going to get better. Thanks, Ina, for hearing me out. I hope it was not, a boring story of mine. Actually, I got so many emails in the past 1 month. Maybe Saturn is changing signs towards the last sign of the natural zodiac. So people want to hear that what exactly is my life story. And of course, I will share with you what health issue actually I had and I'm going through. I will share that also because I need all the prayers. Once it is confirmed, because there are certain tests which I'm heading to the upcoming month or 2 months time. So I will let you know what exactly is the issue with me and what I have had and what I am dealing with right now. So definitely I will require your prayers at that time, in case there is anything major. Okay. But do keep me in your prayers, please. Okay. Any idea the time frame for your courses? Okay, Warrior for Truth. Actually, you know what? I um, I can launch the courses anytime, but I want my health to be little better, and I need somebody to help me out to prepare everything. I have all the material in my mind, but if someone from your side, it can just drop an email and let me know, to connect, and then we can, sit down, or whenever I'm visiting India, I can just discuss things with them, and then we can just figure out how we can, uh, you know, um, start and align the courses, because I have lots of material in my head. So what happens? I'm not aligned. It takes time, no, to prepare all the material. If I have to tell you the significations of all the grahas, I don't want to be doing it superficially. I want to get into the depth and detail of everything. Somebody needs to write, somebody needs to type, somebody needs to help me out to do everything. I don't have anyone. My team is also not into astrology, and they are just helping me out, for responding to the people who are coming up with the questions, queries, about the readings and all. So they fix up the meetings, that's all. They are just working somewhere else, and they're just doing it for me, because they are the ones who are, who have helped me out always. They're the helpers children, and they're like my family, so they just wanted to help me out. Okay. 64th Navansha is the fourth house. It is the eighth house when the when the planet is in the eighth house. Check that, and it'll go to the fourth house, so it'll cause trouble in the life. That is what is 64th Navansha. Thank you so much, Ina, for appreciating. And Palash is asking, exactly on 28th, the Jan Venus transit on Pisces. I had extreme verbal fight with my partner. We are still separate from that day. Any chances to patch up? I am a Scorpio ascendant guy running Mercury Mahadasha. See, Scorpio natives, you must understand that Saturn and Rahu are looking at your Lagna right now. And Scorpio natives have been going through a lot for that reason also of late, and just look at you're in Mercury Dasha, right? So you're having issues because Mercury is, first of all, your Akara Graha, being the eighth lord. Okay. Secondly, Venus is your seventh lord. Now you have to check the condition of Venus. First, you have to see the dasha. If you have a dasha of Mercury, how is Mercury placed in your chart? That is the most important. It is in Akara Graha, undoubtedly. It is the ruler of your 11th house. So it will give you a lot of desires. It will give you a lot of expectations also. And it is a prince after all. So you can get into the verbal arguments. And 28th Jan Venus transit on Pisces, it was with Rahu also. And Rahu is looking at your first house. So it gave you all that. So you must also understand that Ketu is transiting your 11th house and Rahu your fifth. So this is also not considered to be that good for relationship. And it is looking at your, Ketu is looking at your seventh house. And there's an exchange between Venus and Jupiter also, which is again not a good thing for your relationship. So don't worry, things will get better because Rahu, because Mercury Dasha, you have to tell me where is your Mercury. Then only I can help you out, a bit. Virgo rising, what do you want to know about Virgo rising? GK, going through a rough phase, hearing your stories inspiring. I trust the superpower. I'm sure I shall bounce back bigger. Cancer ascendant here. Definitely. Saturn is coming out of your 8th house. Any which ways things are going to get better. Rahu in the 8th house is still better than the Saturn in the 8th house, especially for Cancer natives. This is the time period, because for Leo, it is going to be the Ashtama Shani. But for Cancer natives, what is happening when Saturn was in the 8th house, it was looking at your 10th house also. But do trust the divine. I can assure you, whatever issues or problems I've gone through, only the divine only has helped me when I have shared with the divine everything, what I'm going through. Surrender. Until unless you accept your situation, what happens, we struggle a lot. We think that I can do it. Yes, I can handle, I can do. And we forget to share it with the divine, or wherever, you can connect with the tree. Maybe you can just talk to the sun. You can talk to the moon, nature. You can connect. If you can't even connect with someone who you feel doesn't exist, maybe you don't worship, you're an atheist, but sun, moon, trees, nature, they all exist, no? Go there and talk to them. I talk to my plants. I have so many plants. I love greenery. I have so many plants. So what happens, I just go and talk to them. I sit by, especially my holy basil, it takes it, when you share anything with the holy basil tree or holy, plant, you're actually, giving away all your negatives or whatever. If there is a good news also, I share with, oh, this is what happened. I'm telling you, it really, enhances. If there is anything negative that happens, you should convey to some tree, or you should talk to the nature. You should connect with the nature. I can assure you, I can give you in writing, you will definitely feel better, and you will get the solution also the very next day. Okay, so start doing it. It'll really be GK, it'll help you. How does transit impact dasha? Will Jupiter or Saturn dasha change after the transit movement in May, March? See, if you are in a particular dasha, you have to see all the dashas will be forming a connection somewhere or the other with the grahas. Suppose you have a Mercury in the third house and Jupiter is transiting the fifth house. It is forming a connection. No, it is forming a 311 connection if Mercury is your dasha lord. It doesn't matter whatever is your planetary position in your natal chart. The transits will definitely be moving in somewhere in your uh, natal chart. No, somewhere. So irrespective of your lagna, irrespective of your dasha, irrespective of the transit, you will be having these planetary positions working in your chart. Okay, planets do impact us. Moon does impact us from day to day. If you have to eat something today, you will definitely be okay, I want to eat this today. I want to eat ice cream. I want to have an ice cream today. That doesn't happen every day, right? Maybe it happens with some every day also, but there has to be something which is triggering that day, that particular day. Maybe moon is transiting through a nakshatra which is forming a connection with your second or third house, that it gave you that kind of desire to have something. So we have to have a basic commitment in the chart. Maybe some people are allergic to something. Maybe they can't have, like I have cold urticaria. I hope you understand that also. Like my body has been, I've gone through 9 surgeries in my life. And from time to time, I have bounced back. Believe you me, if somebody else was in my place, because I had tuberculosis, I had some problems in my lower abdominal region, I had issues while delivering, I had miscarriages, I had to undergo many surgeries, and I recovered and recovered and recovered. So whenever there is a certain issue in the horoscope, you can definitely work on your mental setup, and that is moon. How strong is your moon? How strong can you become? So that depends on your personal chart and your dasha and your mental setup and your surroundings. Maybe you're not in that kind of you don't have those kinds of positive people around you, maybe to boost you. So connect with the nature. Okay, that is something. And of course, transit will impact the dasha for sure, but they are not the event creators. That is for sure. They can help you reach that event, but they cannot create that event. So if there is a basic commitment of marriage in your chart, it will happen only when you have the dasha. Suppose you are in the Venus dasha connecting with your 7th house, 7th lord, and it is the transit also, which is going to be of Saturn and Jupiter. Double transit does matter. If you have a double transit in either D1 or D9, forming a connection with your Venus, so it is going to happen. Okay, that is how you should see. Shakti is asking, Shakti Batra. Hello, ma'am. Saturn transiting 7th from Sun and Jupiter. Any insights, ma'am? See, whenever Saturn is transiting in the 7th house, Jupiter and Saturn combination is definitely very good. Sun and Saturn opposition, like Jupiter and Saturn and Sun will give you growth, For sure, it is going to be very positive for you in a way. Yeah, it is going to be good. It'll take you to heights. It will give you that confidence. It will give you that authority also. With government related jobs, government related work, you will get some improvement. Okay. Saturn is transiting the seventh house right now, or you're talking about the transit which is going to take place in Pisces? If at all, it is Leo sign right now. Leo, if you have um, Jupiter and Sun in the Leo sign, then this must be a combust Jupiter also. So it can give you some issues. Maybe you have deviated from your path, in learning your, maybe, your education, you have changed it. So, or maybe you have had complications in uh, procreation. Okay. Libra rising with combust Venus in Lagna and Moon chart, Jupiter, Moon being in the first house. Tanu again. I think I told you about Venus combustion. See, when there is for Libra natives, Venus is in the first house, and you have to also see the condition of your Jupiter. Jupiter is also in the first house of Libra. So that means Venus and Jupiter and Moon are together, or what? Being in the first house. I couldn't get your question actually. What do you want to know first of all? Libra rising with combust Venus in Lagna and Moon chart, Jupiter, Moon being in the first house. So where is Moon? I couldn't get that. Half a question. But yes, combust Venus means that it'll give you health issues throughout your life. You will have some up and down. Taurus ascendant will love improve after Rahu's new transit. See, for Taurus natives, Rahu is going to be transiting your 10th house and Ketu your 4th. So it will take you away from your family life and it will take you closer to your work life. You'll be too obsessed with your work, and it is going to be stressful. Yeah, it is stressful for you right now because it is transiting your 11th house. So it's not that bad in the 11th house, but yeah, 10th house I'm more worried because your expectation at the workplace is going to increase, but it is going to get better as far as your relationship is concerned. Okay, don't worry, Madhuri. Then Virgo rising, Sagittarius, Gemini. Virgo rising, Sun, Sagittarius, Gemini, Moon, Venus, Scorpio, Jupiter, Libra. So what should I tell you about this? See, first of all, you must be having two sources of income. You are stubborn. You have to take care of your relationship from time to time, because whenever Jupiter is in Libra, it gives setbacks in your relationship. You don't have desire for relationship. Okay. And Venus is in Scorpio. It's not good for relationship for sure. It can give you some stress in relationship. Hi, Vanita ma'am. I am a Scorpio moon. I hope Zanadu I have answered. Hi, Vanita. I am a Scorpio moon. I lost my father in Dhaya. My brother also facing health issues. Yes, I can understand. Will these bad times ever end? Will he be okay? Will I get married this year? See, Swati, you know what? Things are going to get better for you because for Scorpio, Rahu is looking, Saturn is also aspecting. So things are looking a little better for you when Saturn is coming out of your 4th house, because Saturn in the 4th house is Ardha Ashtama also. It is called Panauti when it is in the 5th house, because this 5th house is the house naturally ruled by Sun. So what happens, you have to change your perspective now. You have to start getting more outgoing. You have to become more confident in your communication with others. Because if you are cold, if you're isolated, then you're not going to get the solution. So as regards to, yes, you lost your father also, because I'm so sorry to hear that, because my father is so unwell. No, when I get to hear these news, no, so it really bothers me. So when Saturn was in your 4th house, especially, it actually, takes you away from the mental peace. That is why 4th house is very, very painful. It actually is, it is worse than the 1st house and the 2nd and the 12th house transit, I can assure you. So this takes you away from your peaceful atmosphere, and it does give some passing in the family also. And as regards to your brother, it could be that you have, he also has a chart, no? So maybe there is some Mars affliction also. Mars is right now in retrogression in your 8th house. So let it transit through your 9th house, things will get better. Okay. When Mars was transiting your 9th house, maybe you lost your father at that time. And marriage, of course, Jupiter is in your 7th house. I think Jupiter, when gets exalted in your 9th, you can get married at that time. Yeah, eight planets. Okay. See, I must tell you, I wanted to talk about it now that you've asked, Elodie. What is your intuition and analysis for 8 planets stellium in Pisces, 15th March to 15th April? See, 1 second, 15th March. Let me go there. See, whenever there is a stellium in the last sign, no, this is definitely going to be very positive. It's a very good energy, I would say, because Venus is retrograde, Mercury is retrograde. So it is going to give lot of, there's a niche bhanga, first of all. So it's good for the business minded people, good for education industry, good for the market trends also. People are saying that market is going to crash, but it could be that there are some corrections, major corrections that can take place. 1 second, I'll just tell you, because it is going to be see, on the 28th we have eclipses also during that time period, and whenever there are eclipses, there are certain important changes that authorities make. It can be that authorities can change the policies, some major decision making coming through, because Rahu is there, Venus is retrograde, then we have Mercury also retrograde, Sun is there, and Moon will also be transiting through there. So that is going to be on the 29th, when Moon is also there. Saturn is also there. I'll just tell you, because Saturn transits. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You're talking about Neptune also. I think Neptune is also going to be there. Ketu is right opposite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planets in Pisces sign. Moon will leave, of course, on the 29th, 30th. Moon will be there and then leaves. See, Saturn is combust, first of all. Saturn is combust. Then we have planetary war between Venus and Mercury also. And it will be on the personal basis, we have to predict. Now, for especially, I would say for Gemini natives, it's a good transit. For Virgo natives, it's a good transit. For Sagittarius, for the dual signs, this is a good transit. They will definitely have a lot of workload. They will have a lot of lots on their plate. So it is good. We don't have to categorize it as a negative transit only. In Pisces sign, we have to see the condition of Jupiter. Jupiter is in Rohini that time. And it is going to be definitely very positive, because there is an exchange also between Venus and Jupiter. So don't worry about it, because when Jupiter is in its own zone, so it is good, no? Good for spiritual pursuits, good for growth. So on personal level, if you are in the dasha of either of these grahas, then you will get impacted. Now, why you have to say that it is going to be too much of energy, negative or positive, whatever? Okay. So don't look at the transits this way, actually, Lodi. We have to check what is the rulership, where it is in your natal chart. What is the paraspar sambandh? That is, what is the relationship between the natal and the transiting grahas? Only then we'll get to know. Suppose some enemy comes to your place, like, people were transported back or were sent back to India, were illegally staying in the US. What is that? If some enemy comes to your house and you do feel uneasy, isn't it? If somebody who is unwanted comes to your house, you will feel a little uncomfortable. So the grahas which do well in Pisces sign is Sun, Saturn. They do well in a Pisces sign. Mercury doesn't do well, but it is at war, because Mercury is retrograde now. So it becomes powerful here. So we have to see the significations of these grahas and what is the condition of your Mercury in the natal chart. Do you have a dasha of Mercury? Do you have a dasha of Venus? So that is going to impact you even more. Now, when Venus is with Rahu, there are scandals. Also, we must not get into this filth and, we spare and leave them aside. Whosoever is going through right now, whatsoever is happening on the social media, um, we should just let go of it, and rise and move forward. Just don't get stuck. The ones who are not doing well, they talk about it even more. I think we should not just be talking too much about all these things. So this is all the energy which is playing out, no? So when we have a combust Mercury, all this happens. The false news or the media, they just want to the rumors, and they talk a lot about a particular they have to have an agenda, so we should not get into it. Okay, so LOD, you must actually, it's not that simple and straightforward that there are so many grahas in Pisces sign. So it's going to be, how is it on your personal basis? How is it going to be if you are in the dasha? That's the main. If you're in the Shani dasha, it's good, it's combust, it's good. Okay, like that. Tanu, we love you back. Thank you so much, Tanu. Smith, Gemini ascendant with Mercury as Atmakaraka in the first house, Virgotam in Gemini, going under Mercury Dasha and Mercury Antardasha. Good. It's definitely good any which ways whenever there is a Mercury Dasha. So you definitely go through, you become a prince, you will definitely do well for yourself and you will enjoy life. Actually, it's after all your Lagnacious Dasha, Smith. So you'll do well. uh, I can simply just say that when you're communicating, because it's in Gemini sign, Gemini ascendant with Mercury as Atmakarka in the first house. So you either speak a lot or lose talks or people misunderstand you. So that is something that you have to work on. Okay, because it is Vargotama also. During Mercury Dasha, you should not get the best of the results. I have always seen in any Dasha, Andhra Dasha, if that planet starts giving very good results, then the whole Dasha goes for a toss, the Andhra Dashas. So if Mercury is not faring well, so just make peace with it and be happy about it. That's also one of the laws and the rules in the rule books. Charulata is asking, ma'am, Virgo ascendant Mercury is Lagnesh and 10th Lord and is sitting in the third house, combust with the Mahadasha of Mercury will be bad. Please enlighten. Thank you. Valuable inputs. Thank you so much, Charulata. See, for Virgo ascendant, whenever you have Mercury as Lagnesh in the 10th house, it is going to be good for you, first of all. Mercury is your, it is also in Gemini sign. So you have to be stable. You have to, because for Virgo, the 10th house is Gemini. Gemini, wherever Gemini is, you are restless. You are curious. You want to do many things at a time. You're multitasking. You don't sit in one place. Maybe you'll be shifting your laptop. You'll be shifting and working somewhere else 1 minute. You'll be shifting your seat, your chair, your cabin, your workstation. You'll be using one pen and then you'll be picking up another pen. You will be having these kinds of energies playing out. So this is not a good sign of your Mercury Dasha. So you should just, be careful about whatever you're doing. Try to mellow down. Try to have do one thing at a time. Okay. So that is what this Mercury Mahadasha will do to you. It's not bad at all. Please. Everything is good. There's nothing like bad. There is only that the situation should be handled properly. And that is the role of the astrologer. If I don't guide you well during the Dasha Antardasha, how will you have, I have to see the whole chart, no? I have to read the whole chart. And then I can tell you, okay, this is what you should be doing. Okay, maybe there is a Mercury with some other graha. Maybe Mercury is with Rahu. Then my readings will change, no? So we should not just talk about one graha and discuss it. Okay, it could be 10% that I can tell you out of 100%. That I can convey, of course. Okay. Okay, Kushbu is asking a good question. Ma'am, please reply. What is your opinion? Is the spouse predestined or we have free will? See, there is nothing that you can do. See, your birth, your partner, and your death. These are the three things I always say that you cannot decide. It is always predestined. Okay. Now, if you are supposed to get married to a person, suppose somebody comes and says it's marriage by choice, I never ever say a no. And whosoever you connect with in your lifetime, you hearing my video, suppose, is also something from my past life karma, that I'm a YouTuber, I'm talking to you guys one on one, I'm taking readings, I'm talking to someone. So it's like, some karma attached to me and you. That is why not everybody, whosoever is on the YouTube watching me many times, is not watching me right now. So it is because there are certain combinations that we are all connected, and we connect on that particular time. Okay. So that is all, it is predestined, of course. And we must actually accept whosoever comes in our life as um, the person we have to quit the karma with. So if somebody who's bothering you the most, you know, somebody who's bothering you the most and leaves you, suppose there are divorces, separations, it's like quitting your karma with that person. It's over. Okay. But when is the role of astrologer? What is the role of the astrologer? If I tell you that this is not a good phase in your life, do not get into litigation. Do not go in for filing a court case. Maybe you don't, the partner does, if it is going to be a separation. If you have to marry someone, aren't there breakups happening? Don't get married to that person even on the day of the marriage. I've seen that also happening if it is not destined. So it is definitely destined to get married to someone, and a break also is destined that way. But yes, if guided properly, so you can definitely defer it, or maybe it doesn't happen if it doesn't have to happen. Okay. So that is what. Okay. I hope everybody you don't choose, everybody whosoever is in your closest vicinity, your dad, your mom, your children, your husband, your partner, your wife, whosoever, your business partner, everyone is from your past life, and you have to quit your karma. Remember that. Okay, came dhrum dosh. Came dhrum means moon becomes very weak, no? Moon needs some support always. So that is why. Hamid, actually, we cannot just give remedies like that. We have to see the whole horoscope. Please, I'm not that kind of an astrologer who will just share with you talking about the Kem Dhrum Dosh. It's just that when moon is in the second house, your savings are fluctuating. You're very sugar coated, or maybe you're very soft spoken. But if it is in the sixth house and aspected by malefics in the D9 chart, so definitely it is not going to be giving you very good results. You can be good in as a doctor, a nurturing kind. Maybe you are a caregiver, but it is when aspected by malefics, it means that you have a weak mindset, or you have some health issues that you have to deal with, okay, from time to time. Remedies are just, do for others unconditionally. Ma'am, Venus Nietzsche, Vargottama in the ninth for Capricorn ascendant. Okay. So for Capricorn ascendant in the ninth house, where is it Nietzsche? Oh, okay. You're talking about Vargottama. See, when Venus is debilitated in Virgo sign, in the first see the condition of, always check the D1 chart. When you don't check the D1 chart, it is definitely not going to help you in the D9 chart also. You will not get the readings correctly. So if it is placed well in your D1 chart, definitely it is going to be giving you. If it is exalted in your D1 chart and getting Nietzsche in your D9 chart, obviously it is not going to be giving you that great results regards to your relationship. Maybe your partner is very analytical. You're not getting that kind of love from your partner, the female counterpart especially. Okay. Charulta, my Virgo ascendant, Mercury, Lagnesh. I think I've told you. Madhuri, I've told you. Oh, Taurus ascendant after new Rahu-Ketu will love improve. I think it should, because for Taurus, it is going to be in your fourth house. So things are going to get better. Yeah. But it's a Leo sign. Remember, Leo is a sign of relationship. So you can just look at my hair. I'm losing hair like anything because of my health issues. I've become bald from here. Never mind. Maybe I'll bounce back as well. I'll get better and I'll bounce back. Okay, so for Taurus ascendant after new, okay, what are the characteristics of Ketu personality? What Ketu personality? Ketu in the Lagna or Ketu Dasha? What do you want to know? If you are Rohini asking about Ketu in the Lagna and that kind of a personality, then Ketu is the graha which will take you to heights. Ketu is the graha in its dasha, antardasha will take you to the heights. Ketu is the minutest, the minuscule thing to the biggest thing also. It is the link between the two. So that is why, Ketu is the karaka for moksha, because it's a link between you and the divine. Okay. So Ketu personality means if you have a Ketu in the Lagna, these people will be having a very peaceful face. They will always be with so much of divinity and peace. Okay. And they will be totally, content. And since April, Mia is asking, ma'am, you'll get the employment. Don't worry. Because Saturn was looking at your first house also. Tegra 0, what to expect in the fourth house dasha of a Saturn, which is a fifth lord too. That means Libra. So in the fourth house, see, maybe you are talking about fifth lord too. So for Libra only, it can be that Saturn is the fourth and the fifth lord and the yoga karagraha. So definitely fourth house planet is not considered to be that great if it is Saturn. In the dasha of Shani, you have to go through a lot of turmoil, but it will give you some relief once the Saturn transit is getting into the Pisces sign. So that is what. It's always, for being the yoga karagraha, it is very strong. That is why it starts giving you pressure from the family. A lot of pressure is there, a lot of pressure from your friends. Comparison is there. You want to just leave your home. You spend a lot of time in isolation away from your family also, if it is Saturn Dasha. Thank you, ma'am. We love you. Thank you, Shreya. Thank you so much. What about Leo, ma'am, for marriage and starting family? Leo, what? Like the transits? See, for Leo, Ketu is going to be transiting your first house and Saturn your eighth. So you people have to, first of all, take care of your health. You have to take care of your parents' health also. And in case you want to start any kind of relationship, you definitely have to be cautious because you might not get those kinds of people who connect well with you. It is also the Jupiter's sign. So maybe, you can have some changes at your workplace. Okay, you might just learn more, get into the research. This is very good if you balance and counterbalance things. Things will definitely be, difficult maybe in the relationship and career also. But yeah, you have to check your whole chart, how is the condition of your natal Saturn. For Leo especially, you have to check other factors. Or what is the condition of your sun? Maybe sun is in your first house. Sun Ketu combination happens, or maybe sun is in the fifth house. So things are going to change. No, we have to see the condition of Lagna Lord first. Where is it placed? If Lagnesh is strong, you're good to go for life. Don't worry. Okay. Akshit is asking, Akshit Khanna, ma'am, Sun and Mercury conjunction in the 8th house of Cancer ascendant. Yeah, Cancer ascendant, you have Sun and Mercury, Buddhaditya Yoga in the 8th house in the Aquarius sign, right? For Cancer. Saturn is transiting here, so things will get better. Maybe you will change your line of education. You might just get into some research work, or maybe you're going to be meeting those kinds of people who can help you out with the money matters. Inheritance, etc. also is going to be in your favor. Take care of your lower abdominal regions. Okay. And Virgo rising, Sun, Sag. I've given the answers, Anadu. Daniela Funda. Hello, ma'am. I'm a Virgo ascendant. I have Mars retrograde natal in Gemini, 1 degree Atmakaraka, and 1 degree Atmakaraka, and Mercury in Scorpio, 29 degree Darakaraka. Wrong. You're saying mixing something. 1 degree is Darakaraka and 29 degrees is Atmakaraka. Is this exchange, how to predict this? See, first of all, don't try to mix Gemini with Parashari. Please, I don't do that. If you have to look at the Atmakaraka, Darakaraka, it's another way to look at them. Okay. First of all, period. Now, for Virgo ascendant natives, this is the time period when Ketu is transiting over your first house. Okay. Now, if I look at your Mars's condition, which is retrograde in your Gemini sign, your 10th house, it is good for you. Whenever a graha, a kara graha, which is not a friendly graha for Virgo, for Gemini, Mars is the bitter enemy, not friends to Mercury. So if it is retrograde, combust with some malefic graha, it is going to give you very good results. Remember that. Okay. That is how you should see. What about Leo, ma'am, for marriage and starting family? Divya Gautam. I think I answered no. For Leo, actually, Leo natives, Rahu will be transiting your 7th house. You can start with the family, of course. It is good, and even Gemini transit of Jupiter will be favorable for you. Okay. Virgo rising, Saturn in the Lagna, Mercury combust in the 10th house, running Mars dasha. Mars dasha in the 9th house with Ketu is going to be very good. It's going to be good because Mars is not a very friendly graha to you, and you are a Virgo rising. So this is definitely very positive for you if it is in your 10th house. It's a Mars return also for you. In your 9th house, you said, right? Okay, in Taurus, yeah. Mercury is combust. Oh, Mercury is combust. That too in Gemini, huh? And Mars dasha. But Mars dasha is good. Mars dasha is going to be good. Lagnesh is weak because it's combust, that too in the 10th house in Gemini. For student natives, it is Mars is your 8th lord. 8th lord in the 9th. It's good. Don't worry. Because it is Mars, which is with Ketu. For that reason, it is good. Okay. And Venus is the lord of your 9th also. Good. Prithvish Nath, how to interpret Sun in Cancer in 7th house of D10 chart, ma'am? Okay. See, first of all, you must understand Sun in Cancer makes you very emotional about making decisions. You will have a fluctuating mindset. Your confidence level will be up, down, up, down. It's good if you are in an industry which is, for job, for work, for profession, for career, D10 chart, we see for your karma. So you see the condition of Saturn. What is the condition of Saturn? 10th house from Saturn. Check in D9 chart. First check in first house, second in your D9, and third in your D10 chart. If you are talking about your career. Okay. So you have to check your D10 chart towards the end if you want to check your career. Okay. In Cancer, it will give you towards restaurant, hotel industry. If you have a Saturn also over there. Something to do with eating. Divya, what about Leo, ma'am, marriage? I've already given the answer. Shubhangi is asking, hi, ma'am, I'm Pisces ascendant, Jupiter transit over natal Venus. Jupiter transiting over natal Venus, Mars in Gemini, and Saturn transit over natal Jupiter at Pisces. Okay. So that means Jupiter is in your first house. I'm Pisces ascendant, Jupiter is in Pisces. Rahu transition over natal Ketu. Does anything will happen? Okay. See, that means Rahu is over Ketu, Ketu is over Rahu, first of all. That is like, where is your Rahu right now? Transit over natal. You're talking about the upcoming transit, or you're talking about the transit right now? Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces, and Rahu transition over natal Ketu. Anything will happen. You're talking about the transit which is going to happen in the future, is it? So if you're talking about Rahu transiting over natal Ketu, that means it is going to be Rahu over in Pisces, in Aquarius. That means it's not in Pisces, right? So if it is so, so Jupiter transit over natal Venus brings about relationship. It's good for your growth, yourself. You will look after yourself, your personality, but it is definitely not good for fulfillment of desires. Maybe, you have as regards to luxury and material comforts, because Jupiter is one who gives you knowledge, wisdom. You must learn more. So maybe medicine or something to do with Ayurveda, etc. If you will learn, you will do well. Also, Mars is in Gemini. See, Mars in Gemini, Venus in Scorpio, Aries, it's not a good placement, especially as regards to uh, your own, means relationship, your own personality, your way of talking. Maybe you're very harsh at speech. Okay, Shubhangini. So this is something, which I think requires attention if you have to make any decision. Okay. Rahu transit over Ketu is like a completion of energy. So it might be a culmination time, maybe related to your, maybe you have any issues to deal with your friends, the community you move around in. You're maybe very innovative yourself, but it is the time when you are going to be in isolation even more because it's an expansive energy. Okay. So I think we can wrap up. There are so many, 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 many questions right now. I'm so sorry. I get confused every time you say to look up sign-wise dasha. Okay. Now, I have very little knowledge of astrology. Okay, Shrikant, let me clear this because, this is something I can't leave. Suppose you are a Libra ascendant. Okay. You must look at the horoscope from Libra sign also. No doubt. Because it sets the tone when you were born, how the planetary positions were in the sky. So you have to check from Libra to know what exactly will be the, your life pattern, how you will be, how is your health, how is your relationship with others. Moon is your mental setup. What exactly is your perception about others, how you perceive your situation that you're in. But when we talk about dasha, dasha is your current situation, which is Vimashotri dasha. You have to put up your horoscope on any software irrespective of your lagna. I told you that you're a Libra rising, but maybe Libra ascendant, Libra rising, whatever you call it. Or your moon is in Gemini, I suppose, and you have a Libra rising. But your dasha sign is not Libra or moon. It is maybe, Scorpio. Jupiter is in Scorpio, suppose. So what will happen? You have to check from Scorpio also, no? That means your dasha will change the whole situation. What is your condition? Maybe people shift out from the place they are. Maybe you start getting into research work. You start learning astrology during this time because it's a Scorpio Jupiter, no? You might just get attached to those kinds of people, guru-like people during this time. So this is something which you have to see. Now, when you make Scorpio your first house, you will know where other grahas are, how they are playing out. Then bring the transit. First, change your horoscope, no? You're born with a horoscope, dasha will change it, no? So you will be a Scorpio ascendant at that time, in a way, when your dasha is of Scorpio, Jupiter. Okay, that is how. So sign-wise, dasha sign-wise predictions will definitely work at that particular time. Okay. I'm tired. Can I go, please? If you want to consult me, please drop an email at vlastrology24@gmail.com. Everywhere you will find that. Or you can straight away just Google VL Astrology. You will get all the details. So you can simply just go and check my website. On the sessions page, you will get all the sessions. Contact us page, you will get all the details. Drop us an email and my team will definitely get in touch with you and will give you 30 to 35 days is the turnaround time. I must tell you from now. So don't expect things to happen overnight in my case, because I'm going a little slow. Also, I'm not well. Also, I keep traveling also, though I have not been traveling a lot. I've just, I'm just going slow. So, yeah, so you can just book a consultation with me anytime. Okay. Thank you, Lexi. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so sorry I have not taken your questions. You can do one thing. You all can write your questions in the comment section once the video gets uploaded. Maybe, I can respond to you guys. It doesn't look good when I leave like this. I really don't like myself doing this. Yeah. Thank you so much. everyone. Thank you. Yeah, why you people give the Happy Valentine's Day, Mithali. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Yeah, I completely forgot today is Valentine's Day. I forgot, honestly. I have not even gone through my WhatsApp today. I was so busy. I've got so many messages. I'm now wondering why I've got so many messages. Have a pleasant day ahead. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you all. You all are my Valentines. That is why maybe, I just wanted to share everything today about my life. Navgraha Shanti Puja. SS is asking Navgraha Shanti Puja. Yes, you can get it done whenever you feel like doing. There's no, and Satyanarayan Puja. If you want to do, you should perform Satyanarayan Puja on the full moon time. You can do it. Okay. Yeah, I hope I've explained. I'm not, maybe, I'm not up to it today. Mahakumbh. Yeah, Navneet, actually, Navneet Sharma, thank you so much for this. If somebody is going to get me the Ganga Jal from Mahakumbh, somebody is bringing in India, so I'm sure it'll cure me. You people just pray for me. That is more than enough, I think. Nothing else. Prayers have powers. I have surrendered. Honestly speaking, I know whatever will happen will be His will. I've surrendered. Do what you have to do. If I have to quit my karma, no, if I have to, uh, if I have to go through something, I will, isn't it? So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Good night. Take care. Good night, good morning, wherever you are. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat. And love you all. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye bye. Om Tat Sat.